All right, today we are working into the splits. After you do this, if there are parts that you just want to practice that you feel are very beneficial, add them into other days, workout warm-ups, or flows that you do on your own. We're gonna get to the front splits because that's what we wanna do today. Let's begin on our backs. Blocks, before we go too far, would be really great to have if you do have access to such, and a strap. So we're gonna find ourselves on our back, and this is where we get to begin. And what we're gonna start with is a nerve glide. So in order to do this, let's just first compress left knee into chest. And as you sit here, just take 2 breaths, breath into the belly, pressing to the thigh. Full exhale. Last breath like that. And then without the hands forcing it, where does your leg meet in space if you extend it straight up? So there's starting point. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of tight today after my workout yesterday. Now we're gonna take our hands behind our hamstring. Excuse me. Now we're going to take our legs behind our hamstring. And we're going to bend our knee in, and then this time we're gonna extend out till mild sensation. Point the toes away from you. Point them towards you, and then back in. We're gonna go for about 6 to 8. That's a really nice range. It's 2, in and out. Find your pace. 3. The whole point here is to create space with movement first. The idea of contraction before really finding our flexibility. Let's do one more. And then take your hands off the bind, legs still up to the sky, breath in, exhale, lower leg all the way down. Relax here, breath. Now we'll just take that left leg, bring it right back up to the sky, and notice the space you just made. Hopefully it's a little lighter, more open here. Okay, bend that leg back down, we switch sides. Right leg into the chest, 2 breaths in, belly to thigh. Extend the right leg up, notice where you start. I'm really tight right here. Hands clasp abound, and we're going for about 6 to 8. Find your pace here, bend knee in, extend leg up to mild sensation. Point toes towards you, away from you, and then back in. Finish up, last one. And then leg stays up straight, hands released by the sides, breath in, exhale, lower the leg, all the way down. Let both legs relax a moment. Beautiful, okay. We're gonna stand up back for just one more exercise. Peel yourself up if you need to grab your strap. We're gonna take the strap around the left foot to start. I want a strap in each hand. If you don't have a strap, grab a belt, a rolled up towel, a piece of rope, you got something around, I believe, even a pair of pants. We all got those, right? If not, shirts, dresses. Okay, we'll get the point. Roll back, find yourself. You need to, you don't have to do that transition, find yourself on your back first, then extend the leg up with the strap. 1 strap in each hand, okay? And we're going to hold this. 10, 9, be with the breath, 8, into the ribs, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay here and extend the leg more. How can you extend the arms higher up to the foot? How can you maybe pull the leg closer in, and we hold. This is actually a leg inflection, not extension. Holding 5, 4, making it more intense with the elbows. 2, 1, and relax the strap, leg all the way down to the earth. Again, take a breath, let the leg talk. And we switch sides. Take the strap around the middle of the right leg and find your starting stretch. Again, we're gonna get to go deeper, so there can be a slight bend in the elbows. This is actually where you can create more strength, as well as walking your hands higher up, but we find your starting position. We're holding this for 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, collarbones open, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then either bend the elbows more, come up higher to the foot, pull the leg up more, let this be for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release the strap, lower the leg, strap off to the side, take a breath, let the body talk. Beautiful. Knees into chest, give a little egg roll first side to side, and then pause, we rock and roll up into boat. We're gonna engage the core because we wanna be able to hold ourselves up in this split. If this is your boat, that's fine. If this is your boat, that's great. We're holding for 5 breaths. Collarbones open, 3. Come forward, butterfly, feet together, grabbing around peace fingers, big toes, elbows back, pulling in by the sides, holding 5 breaths. Think about a magnet at the top of the chest, reaching the spine high. Beautiful. Release the bind, cross your legs, and come into tabletop. If you've got sensitive knees and you have a little blanket around or a towel, you can pause the video, take it to place underneath the knees as we do a complex, a flow with a low lunge. If you don't need it, be off to the side. So, in tabletop where we are, let's begin with our left leg again. We're gonna take our left leg out behind us, toes tucked under, 3 rocks front to back. Let the back of the leg open, the calf, the ankle. Social hour. And then we're going to inhale, lift that left leg off the ground, and then place that foot in between the hands. Again, blocks can be supportive here if you need it. Okay, that's if you cannot hold yourself up. If you're falling in like this and you don't have space, that's what we want. You take the blocks, they help you. We're already holding this. That's the whole point of this right now. Tuck those back toes under, lift up, okay? Now we're holding this runner's lunge. We're gonna hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2. Lowering the leg slowly, drop the knee. Drop the knee, drop the knee. It's the top of the knee that touches down, back toes tuck under or relax, okay? And then have those blocks ready if you have them, and you shift into a half split. Take a breath. Inhale, rock back forward to that low lunge. As you come to this low lunge, think about a cow-like back. So there's a back bend here, a C-like shape. Take a breath here. And then on your next exhale, shift the hips back. And find this rock. We want to rock front to back. When you come into this low lunge, I want that right hip flexor feeling space. Maybe you can reach the hands up and then back to the blocks or even a hover. Just a few more times. The whole idea here again is movement and compression before full flexibility. Last one, I'm going with like the all out, not using support. Hands frame the front foot with the block, and then take the left foot outside of the left shoulder. If the blocks are still there, that's great. Back toes tuck under again. We're making space, rock back and forth on that back heel. So now it's the right heel. We just did the left, now it's the right. And then pause. So make sure your shoulders over the hands, inhale, twist open left side. So we're twisting open the front leg. If you want, you can reach back, but we are in runners. Think about your hips staying square, pressing away from the mat with the right hand, reaching up. 3, 2, drop the back knee. Here comes a bind. Bend the back leg, pull it in. If you do not have that space take the pause here. If you're holding it, great, keep holding it. If not, find that strap, okay? Where can you make it happen? And think about, see how I'm holding like this? That's how you wanna hold the strap. So the shoulder is open. We're gonna hold this. If you wanna drop deeper, drop the hips in. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, release. Shift that foot. Don't shift it in yet. Keep that leg out right where it is, hands still on the inside, and now shift the hips back. So it's almost like a staggered cat corner, half split. You can walk your hands over the leg. Okay, we're creating a little twist in the hips. That's fine with me. That's what I want. I want sensation in different areas of the hamstring. Point the toes towards you on the left foot. Point them away from you. Now find a relaxed position where you can get deeper, holding 4, 3, relax the head, 2, and 1. Rock that foot right back in between the hands. Okay, we're gonna take this left leg, meet it back with the right. Take a breath. Before we go to the other side, that left leg, you're gonna figure 4 it in front of the right and just do a little wiggle. Just a little wiggle. If you want, you can even press up into a down dog with that figure 4 leg. Wherever you're at, 3, 2, finishing up, 1, and back to neutral tabletop. And for the nourishment of our upper body, let's just walk our hands forward, 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 hips stay high, drop to puppy. This is a shoulder opener. There is length in the spine, but if your spine is like mine and likes to drop, think about a slight rounding in the lumbar spine and create more in the arms and the shoulders. Finger pads engaged, holding 5 seconds. 4. And lift up, back to tabletop. Square up. Maybe you shift it back on the mat like I did. And just take a breath. Beautiful. Right toes are tucked under, slid out behind you on the ground still. We rock 3 times, opening the back of the leg. And then we inhale, lift the right leg. Feel the engagement with the glute again. And then gently place that foot in between the hands. Use blocks for support if you want. We are first lifting up into our runner's lunge here. This creates the proper space. You want that back leg long, hips square. If you really want to come up this side, you can. Okay, we're holding 5, 4, 2. And as we lower that back leg. Have those blocks if you need them and begin your shifting front to back. Half split. We'll get into the full split soon. Low lunge. As we come into that low lunge, the blocks are there for support. Again, back bend. I do not mind your rounding in the spine slightly and the half split. We're here to make space. Back toes can be tucked under or relaxed. I'll go on full space this side. 1 more rock. Here's my knees. Okay. Meet back in that low lunge. Shift that right foot to the outside of the right shoulder. We are in our lizard. Square up. Once you have that, back toes tuck under, left leg lifts up, we hold. Make sure our hips are square with the front of the mat. Our right hip and left hip are both trying to be even lifted, and you inhale into the right side, twist. Pressing away from the floor on the inhale, and exhaling. 3, 2, 1. Lower the back leg, find your bind. Grab the strap if you need it. Holding. Again, you can drop the hips lower if you want. And release gently. Shift into that staggered kneeling half split. Hips slightly shifted. Let's feel different parts of the hamstrings. Relax the head now. Toes away and towards you on the right foot. And then find what feels like you can drop deeper in. We hold 3, 2, 1. Shift that foot in between the hands, and then we're going to take that right foot figure 4 in front of the left leg. Here in tabletop. You can play with the wiggles here. You can do some cat-cows if you want. Notice what's cool. If you want even back toes on the left foot, tuck under, and to down dog we go. We're gonna hold wherever you are. Play around for 3, 2, and 1. Back to neutral tabletop. Sit back onto your heels and thunderbolt. Again, you can take the blanket or the block if you need extra space. Just breathe. Let that digest. It's getting kind of hot for Millie. Okay. Forearms should be good to engage. Grip through the finger pads, back toes tuck under, down dog. Make sure that our elbows are scooping in and back towards the knees. So we're actually opening the shoulders. Press the shoulders away from the earth. Think about a lifting in the spine, and we hold. And then for the fun of it, we're going to do a few shifts between down dog and plank. You want to make it more of a spinal wave, let's do it. On the inhale, round your shoulders, your back like cat into high plank. And then drop the knees, hover, cow-like back, push the hips back and up. And just inhaling forward, round the spine, round it, round it, round it, lengthen out to high plank, drop to cow-like back, bend the knees, push the hips and knees back and up. 1 more. And we pause. Taking left leg, inhale, lift and rise, 3-legged dog. Now before we do anything funny with the hips, think about the heel away from you, the toes towards you, and the hips are square. Okay, my hips are still pretty square. Okay, last breath. Then point the toe, open the leg as you want, stretch, maybe even stack the hips, bend the knee, hold. Hold this scorpion dog or whatever variation you are. Make sure the shoulders are square over the mat, as if the left ribs are still trying to hug into the left hip, even as the left hip is opening. 3, 2, and 1. Place the left foot in between the hands. Okay, rise up, high lunge, hands above the head. We inhale, exhale, relax the hands by the sides. Hands shine forward, bend a little bit more, drop the back foot so it kind of stretches, peel into warrior 2. That's just the transition. Extend the front leg, take a breath. Think about those fingers in the front, push forward. A little bit more until you can reach down, and here's our triangle. If you want to block, you can put the block on the inside or the outside of the leg. Find the length, and we're holding for 5. Okay, from here, bend the front knee, hands frame the front foot, drop the back leg. Okay, give a little rock into a half split, and we're going to drop into the splits now. From this, okay, actually, let's give a little bit more. I'm sensing that for filming this. Let's just take this front leg, and we're gonna make a pigeon first, okay? If you need a block under the hip, place the block under the left hip. Sit tall, okay? Just like in the splits, we wanna sit tall here. Tuck those back toes under. Keep the back hips more square. Okay, can you take your hands off? If not, just keep them on the ground, holding 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No, here we go. Let's add this little extra. Relax by twisting to the right. So you're gonna see my back a bit. This left leg is bent in, right leg out. It might be more like that. Okay? And from this, just let the right hand drag down and the left arm crosses behind, and just follow like this. If you have space, you are welcome to practice reaching for that. Try to keep the chest open, or if you even want, you can twist over even more and fold into this. Play with what feels right. Okay, we're gonna hold this about 15 more seconds. So what feels good with releasing the space in this leg? So that's where I just express. I want everyone to feel free to do what they want. Okay, finish the breath, peel up, square back to center. Okay, take that front leg. Ooh, now we're coming into the splits. You're going to have your blocks for support, and you're going to tuck your back toes under, and you're going to walk this front foot out. Okay, maybe you need to bring the back leg down like this. And I want you to shimmy until you're like, this is it. If this is it, you can't put a block under the front leg, and how can you let the relaxed back leg come open? We're gonna end up holding this for 40 seconds starting now. If you want, you can lower all the way down. I'll let you know when we are halfway. This is temporary. Sitting up tall, wherever the space is, we're holding. Breathe. Last breath. Now we're not rushing out, okay? I know you want to run out, but lift the hips by pressing into blocks, pulling the back leg up and front leg in. Okay? And sit back into child's pose. Let that digest. Let your body just feel what you felt. Okay, feel a breath more, peel up, and we're going to repeat other side. Right leg is going to come up to three-legged dog. So down dog, find the length. Inhale, right leg rises. First, the hips are square, elbows towards you. Pressing and finding length away from the earth, spine long. Now point the toes, you can open the hips, maybe even bend the knees, stack, but I want those shoulders engaged with the front of the mat so the twist is coming through the hips, holding. And bring that foot forward in between the hands and open up into our high crescent lunge. This side, hips forward, hips engaged, so we're not falling, we're engaged. Hands by the sides on the exhale. And then feet become warrior ready. Shift out, leg extends, hands out to the sides, big breath in, looking forward. Exhale, point the toes, fingers forward. I don't want to be so messed up with my words this morning, even in class when I talk. Last push forward, exhale, find your triangle. Find your length, we're not falling again. There's still length and strength here. And bend the front knee, square up, hands around that front foot, drop into pigeon, using the block when needed. If you are not here yet, solid chance that you should, one, do a figure four, getting on your back toes tuck under, speaking of back, and hands up. And you should just continue to practice the kneeling half split. The kneeling half split is a great transition into a full split. Just depends on where you are. This is where you want to be right now. Okay, now we're going to shift open to the left side. Now you can see me this side. Now, if this is the stretch that you're just like, yep, something like this, I need it. Or if you want, you can actually square up more, fold over, find the one that feels better. We're gonna hold for another 15 seconds. Toes can be engaged if you want, towards you, doesn't have to. Last breath. And up you go. Square off back to the front of the mat. And you're just gonna bend that knee for a second. Okay, then we're gonna take it, bring it up. And here comes the splits. Back toes tuck under, you extend both legs, and I want you to actually walk that front foot forward. And you can drop the back knee to bring that forward leg more forward if you want. That block can come underneath the front leg. You can even stack up 2, 3. Okay, so that leg relaxes, and then you can walk that back leg back out again. And maybe this is where we're at. We're gonna hold this 40 seconds. Or if you want to drop lower, ooh, you can. We're here to feel. You can fidget your hands, but I want you in the splits. We're not rushing out of this. This is momentary. Hands can be above the body if you want. As we come out, remember we lift the hips. We drag the front leg in, slowly, 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 back to meet the other leg. Okay, child's pose again. Now, if you want to repeat, let's do it. Let's do it for fun. If you want to repeat the splits part again, we're going to do it. If not, we are going to seal up with just like a little cat-cow and child's pose. But if you're ready for it again, grab your blocks, and I'm going to give you a tip. We're going to start with our left leg forward. So again, find that half, that little lunge, turn it into the half split, back toes tuck under, walk them back a little bit. Then drop the knee, walk that front foot forward. If this is where you're at, that's cool. If you want to drop more, that's cool. Okay? We're going to hold again 40 seconds. Let's do 30 seconds. No, 40. I'm going to keep us true to this, and then we're going to actually square up, so have those blocks ready if they are not under you. If they are under you, do you have anything else you can lift yourself up with? Because what we're going to do, you're going to understand. But if you're in blocks, you probably don't need it. You're getting an insight to my mind. We're at 30 seconds. Breathe. I think I'm just trying to keep you here. Don't run, don't run, don't run. Let your body talk. Okay, if you have your blocks next to you and you're on the ground, I want you to lift up, and then notice how I actually am able to square more. Now you hold. Everybody hold for 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax the back knee gracefully. Bring left leg back to meet right this time. Come standing up. Hands this in behind the back. Just a little back bend. You're welcome to do a full camel if you want. Like this. Make it your own. Do not force it. This is not a back bend video class. This is splits. Okay. We got the other side one more time, and then we're done. Back to the box. Blocks. Breath. Come back to the breath. Shift that foot forward, find that little lunge, and then extend the front leg, back toes tuck under, rock them back a little bit, drop the back leg, shift the front legs in, and find your split, okay? If you're up here, stay square, okay? I want you to just hold that squareness if that's where you want to be. If you really want to drop in and feel what you can do, that's fine. I don't mind if this hip moves a little bit because I'm going to correct it at the end. What can you do? Breathe. Isn't this fun. Have those blocks ready. 5 more seconds like this, and we're squaring up if you have opened the hips. Okay, and open the hips, lift up, find it, hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gracefully bring right leg back to meet left. And again, you can do a back bend, just standing tall and kneeling. Or if you're ready, child's pose. And this is where we finish. I'm gonna breathe here, 3 breaths. Into the back of the ribs. And then you're gonna peel yourself open, walk to the front of the mat, there you have my voice. Find your Sphinx on the forearms, parallel, forearms with the mat, tops of the feet into the earth, shoulders away from the ears, so you're trying to press your elbows into the ground, top of the head into the sky. Notice from here to here. 3 more breaths. And then gently release into crocodile, our final resting pose. You can rest your forehead straight down or off to the side. And take 3 to 5 breaths here. You're welcome to rest longer here if you want. Maybe even play with rocking out the legs, side to side, knees bent. And let the hamstrings get their chance of just rest here before we carry on with the day. Flexibility takes time. Mobility takes time. But besides that, you are free for the day. Thank you so much for following along, and I will see you soon.